What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the 4-1 podcast. We have a very special guest tonight, comedian, all the way from California, Stephen Marcus Releford. Can't wait to catch up with him. Um, he got some laughs. He's actually a really knowledgeable individual, too. So, besides the laughs and the jokes, I'm sure we're going to get some knowledge tonight. So, definitely want to stick around. He's into uh, physical fitness. He's into eating properly too. So if you want to learn about that, I'm gonna try to pick his brain a little bit about that. But before we get into it, I have to give a very special thank you to my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and give you all the 411 podcast one more time in life. Without each and every one of you out there supporting, checking in, liking, commenting, sharing, just coming by to see me and check on me, this would not be possible. So I want to say thank you so much to everyone out there. Very special thank you to Miss SOS. She has been rocking with me since day one and hanging out there with me since the Evolution Disc 3 started. So she has been going strong night after night after night, and I definitely do appreciate her, as well as everybody else who stopped by. I want to thank my cousin Kim for sharing my videos. Thank you everyone out there who's ever done anything for me. I'm trying to get your number. You can text me, and anybody else out there listening, you can text me. What's going on? West Virginian Uncommon Place podcast. Hopefully, I got that right. You can text me at 609 738 0611. 609 738 0611. That is the official 411 podcast hotline. You have any questions, anything you ask, you want to bring up, send it there directly. I also do my vacation with me requests. So if you are looking to vacation, which I'll get into that a little bit later, I can help you with discounts, and I can also help plan your vacation trip, your getaway, whatever you like to do. I have specialized itineraries that I will send out to you as well. All of that information as far as dates and rates and availability you can text me at 609 738 0611 or DM me on any of my social media platforms. All right. So now we're going to get into what we came here to do tonight. Song of the day, Never Too Much by Luther Vandross, released in 1981. So this song was released when I was 1 year old. Amazing how even if you play this record today, it still goes in, at least as far as I'm concerned. This song has lived on from generation to generation to generation. So when this joint comes on, you hear that guitar riff, people just lose it. So Luther Vandross was speaking about how 1,000 kisses from you is never too much, and how he couldn't just get enough of the love that he's with. So when I think about it, I think about remixing it, and I think, about my life in general, talking to each and every one of you out there, thinking about your life in general. How dope is it to say, what I know Luther Vandross was speaking about never too much, but how about me? How about not giving up on me? How about not giving up on you? How about your situation that it's never too late? Because all too often, and I'm just speaking from experience, we tend to give up on ourselves. Forget about any individual out there giving up on us, because it's easy for the next one to give up on you left and right. It's easy for the next person to go around and turn around and do the 180. But it's real rough when you go ahead and give up on yourself. Excuse me. So for those of you out there that have been to the places that I've been, and for so many years you've given up on yourself, and you finally woke up, hopefully y'all rocking with me and you understand, for those of you who finally woke up. And if you aren't there yet, trust and believe, stick around here long enough and maybe you'll get there. And even if it's not through the 4-1 podcast, Reading Between the Wines, anything that we got going on here, continue to keep struggling, continue to keep striving, continue to keep doing what you're doing. And I know the struggle is real. Trust and believe that a breakthrough is going to come. But if you have ever been to a situation, to a point in your life where you have given up on yourself and then finally you woke up and you realize that, damn, you mean to tell me that the same stuff that I'm going through, this person might be going through the same thing or sometimes even worse? You mean to tell me there's somebody out there that could relate and understand and know exactly where I'm coming from? Because they've been through some of the same things too? Oh, when they got up and they made it, that's how you know that it's never too late. So I'm going to take y'all down track 6, which is Never Too Late, off of Disc 3 Evolution, which is my podcast series. You can go ahead and get the full version, all 17 tracks, by heading over to X, which is formerly known as Twitter. And you can get all 17 tracks. But tonight, we're going to focus on Never Too Late. It's never too late, just like Luther Vandross said, 1,000 kisses. Well, guess what? If you fall down, you can get up 1,000 times and keep on moving. Like legendary Les Brown says, that if you can look up, then that means you can get up. So if you fall back and you fall on your back, as long as you can look up, then guess what? You can get up. It's never too late. It's never too late to think about you. All too many times I was thinking that, wow, really? I'm 40 years old. I'm at this moment here. I guess this is what it's going to be. Getting up, going to work, coming home, taking care of the kids, dealing with whatever nonsense and drama and BS that I have to deal with at home, getting up, waking up, going to work, doing the same, almost like stuck on a hamster wheel, over and over and over again, very unhappy. I could care less about the house, the cars, the money, this, that, the other. Materialistic things in my life really don't mean that much to me. It's much more. They're nice to have, but it's nice to have them and not have those things have me, because I was all wrapped up and I was all trapped up into all different kinds of nonsense and things that had me trapped up in bondage and captivity. And I thought that it was the end of the world. And I thought, okay, I guess this is just what it's supposed to be. But then all of a sudden, something happened. Once I started to break away and cut away all of these attachments and realize that, I don't need these things in my life. I don't need that in my life. I don't need you in my life. The one thing that I need is I need myself. I need to get time with myself. I need to understand and know who I am, because what I was doing was living somebody else's dream. So if you're out there and you've been living somebody else's dream and you've been going along with the plan and you've been just being a sponge, soaking up, being like silly putty, being shaped and molded into being what somebody else wanted you to be, and never focusing and never understanding and knowing what you were, trust and believe that it's never too late. Get around the right people. Get around the right circumstances. And that's typically where it starts. Look at your life. Step back sometimes. Step on the outside and look in. And look and say, is this exactly what I want? Is this a good representation of who I am? Because that's what I had to do. I had to step out of my comfort zone for a minute, exchange places, evaluate every single thing that I had going on. Job, relationship, marriages, finances, this, that, next, the other. You might even have to write it all down on a piece of paper. Pros versus cons, good versus bad, asset versus liability. Let's keep it real. And look at all of those things and say, wow, is this a good representation of who I am, of who I say I am, or who I want to be? You may not be it yet, but who you want to be, it's never too late. You can always change. You can always get through. You can always break through. How many times, how many people out there thought that this situation was my end all and be all? This relationship was my end all be all. This marriage was my end all be all. This job is my end all be all. I thought that once. And because I thought it so deep, I didn't even think anything about myself. I thought about all of those things. And I thought about all of the people that were attached to it way far before I even thought about who I am. But I'm so thankful today that even though I was thinking about other people and I was thinking about other people's master plans and other people's goals and dreams, I'm so glad that my father was thinking about me. Thinking about me that said, listen, son, I got you. Because since you don't understand and know who you are, I know who you are. And because I know who you are, this is not what you are destined to do. You are not here to live somebody else's dream. You are not here to go back and forth, round and round with people who could care less about you and just want to do you in today or tomorrow. This is not what you were supposed to do. So because you don't understand and you don't know who you are, I'm going to have to show you. And I'm so thankful that all of the doors started to close. I'm so glad that all of the situations and the people and the disrespectful things started to show and expose themselves. And because of that, at 40 years old, I was able to step into my purpose and become the person who I really was destined to be. And that person that y'all see is right here in front of you, broadcasting live, doing the 4-in-1 podcast. So it's never too late. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know where you come from. I don't know what background you have, but trust and believe it's never too late. And it's only getting better from here. And I'm just speaking from experience. So, song of the day, Luther Vandross, never too much. Whatever circumstance you got going on, it's never too much. Think about who you are. Know who you are. That's where it starts. And if you don't know who you are, my recommendation is to get you a pen, get you a piece of paper, and start writing down all of the things that you have going on in your life, starting with the attachments, starting with the materialistic things that you have in your life, and determine, is this an asset or is this a liability? Is this relationship that I'm in, is this an asset or is this a liability? I believe it's Lettucey. Hopefully I got it right. I believe there's a Lettucey that has a song called How You Gonna Add to Me. So whatever situation this is right now that I'm dealing with, is this adding to me or is this subtracting to me? A lot of times we give up on ourselves because we have too many things subtracting and taking away instead of adding to us. That's it. That's it. I'm done. So now I want to go ahead and give you a little bit of inspirational reading here. And this is deep. This is from Lisa Madigan. Lisa says, "It is never too late to correct our mistakes. And if we don't, we risk repeating them." And we'll read that again. It is never too late to correct our mistakes. And if we don't, we risk repeating them. And I know that she says risk, but you're almost destined to repeat it. If you don't figure out what your mistakes are, and again, I'm only speaking from my own life experiences, you will continue to repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I know I spoke about this, on previous podcasts, because I'm only speaking from my life experiences that you may get out of one relationship, right? But because you didn't learn your lesson, the next person that shows up probably is going to be just like that last relationship you were in, because you didn't learn the lesson that you were supposed to learn from the last one. That was one of the biggest things to me. How is it that every single relationship that I get in, the same person shows up? You look different, but your attitude, what happens in the long run as we go down the path, tends to be the same. So about maybe the fourth or fifth time, because I didn't learn my lesson, I had to get with self and be like, wow, what is it that I need to learn in this situation? How is it that the same exact person keeps showing up over and over and over and over again? Here's another thing. I dealt with someone being disrespectful in a workplace. Not even just relationships. Let's talk about work. We spend a lot of time with our coworkers more than we do some of our family members. We spend 8+ hours in a workplace. So I dealt with some disrespectful personalities at work, and I was like, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. And what I was doing, I was taking things personal. Things that how people were showing up had nothing to do with me because I always came with respect. I treat everybody with respect. But because I took things personal, I didn't learn my lesson. I didn't realize that that had nothing to do with me. When I got into the next job, that same personality showed up in a different person. And that's what I'm saying as far as continuously keep repeating the same thing and having the same cycle show up in our world until we learn how to learn from our mistakes, get the lesson. Once we learn a lesson, we're able to elevate. And 9 out of 10 times, once you elevate, you're not going to go back to a lower level. Some people do. Some people love it. For me personally, I don't. I want to continue to level up. I don't want to live in a lower world, aka hell. I've been in hell. Some people say I've been to hell and back. I'm not trying to go back. And I'm not trying to have anybody take me there neither. But that's a whole nother story. Song of the day, Luther Vandross, Never Too Much, released in 1981 off of the Luther Vandross album. Off of the Never Too Much album. Topic that we're discussing tonight is never too late. Your situation, your circumstance is never too late. Why give up on you? There's enough people in the world that are willing to give up on you at the drop of a dime. It's probably the closest person to you that you think is your best friend. Closest person to you that you think is really doing something for you. They're just waiting for the perfect opportunity to go ahead and turn around, as my friend says, and do the 180 on you. And when that happens, if it does happen, we can't be in a position where we fall apart because people are just people. Queen Latifah has a song called People, and basically letting you know that they're just everyday people. People are going to let you down. People are going to do all types of stuff, and there's nothing that you can do about it because this is life, and this is exactly what's going to happen. And the minute that you learn that lesson, trust and believe that the doors will open up. Don't take anything personal because that whole time I was focusing on me. And there's another thing too. Don't let anybody out there make you feel bad for taking time to focus on you. And if you are around somebody that is making you feel bad for focusing on you, you need to be very cautious because what better thing is to love? And let's start with loving yourself because the more that you love yourself, you'll be able to love others. Why would you want to be in a situation where somebody wants you to love them more than you love yourself? Okay, so you want to get drained, you want to get depleted. So then at the end of the day, I'm asking and questioning why you not loving me and you don't even love yourself. So now we both drained and we both depleted because we both coming from some ill places. Don't ever let anybody make you feel bad, down, different about loving yourself. It starts with you first. The more that you care, the more that you love for yourself, you'll be able to take care and love others. You can't do anything for anybody if you don't do anything for yourself first. Wow. We going in. We have comedian Stephen Marcus Releford coming in all the way from sunny, well, I heard that it's cold now, but sunny California. So let's go ahead and reach out to Mr. Stephen Marcus Releford and see what's going on in his neck of the woods. Hopefully we got this thing right tonight on lock. Let's see.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, not much, not much. How you guys doing over there? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How's it going where you're at? Wonderful. California.
going well. It's going well. So, the past couple of days has been cooler, but I guess, it's winter, so we used to that.
And
Yeah,
now, and now you are in LA?
yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. Yeah.
I didn't know that the weather is like that. Real cool in
Well,
the wintertime.
yeah, it's definitely.
I'm having a hard time hearing you. I said I
It's
was.
definitely jacket weather.
There we go. There we go. That's better. Excuse me. I got like this little tickle in my throat, and it just gets on my nerves. So y'all just go ahead
Oh,
and.
okay. Are you coming down with something?
No, I'm not gonna claim that. Nope,
Oh, you know what? Right.
not at all. Nope.
Yeah, thank you for that
Deep
reminder.
breaths.
You're right.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Okay. So, but I know you're a comedian, so I love to laugh, so I definitely wanted to bring you on for that. But I typically study my guests before they come on here, and this three is evolution. It's about evolving, me becoming, the person that I've always wanted to become. But I've noticed there's been a change in you. It seems like you also have evolved since the last time I've spoken to you last year. It's like you're just like this totally different person. You still got your, you know, stage, comedian side going on, but you're into like this health and wealth type stuff. Has it always been like that, or is it just me that has just been catching on now for the first time?
Hey, well,
You there?
I'm so sorry. My headset.
Yeah, it's definitely you got something going on over there.
Okay, so the headset maybe is a no go.
Well, now it's better. Now I can hear you better.
Okay. Yeah, I just did out from headset to just like headset, and I don't have the phone in my hand.
So, did you hear a word that I said?
Other than the beginning of the weather part, it being cooler than usual. No, I didn't hear anything after that.
Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and say it one more time. I'm trying to get myself together and make sure I don't lose everything here live with y'all. But what I was saying is that this is Dis 3 evolution, right? So what this
Okay.
is me evolving and becoming the person I've always wanted to become. And I typically study my
Okay.
guests
I like
before
that.
before they come on. So, I've been studying you for a minute, and what I've learned is that it seems like you have evolved as well since the last time I spoke to you. It seems as if now you're into the health, the wealth, you know, eating healthier, better mindset. Now, is this something that has always been, or am I just, late to the game?
I think what you're seeing is correct. It's just essentially what has always been on my path, I guess, in an interesting way. I think everyone who have a similar vibe or resonate with what we're here to do has that same type of inclination to where similar to what you just defined as the background of
That that makes sense. I believe
Correct
that
it.
we all have it. We just forgot. You said with it's. I think you said it's pretty much in our DNA. Because we all are one. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but yes, we all are one. So we are all one and the same. So if one has it, the other can have it as well. But we forget who we are, and this whole podcast can go on whole different direction with that. But most of the issues that we have in life is because we forgot who we are, and we forgot who we are because we get
Yeah, I
programmed.
mean, you couldn't get.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the only way you can get this treatment to function at the level that it's functioning is for people to forget who they are. You could get this level of ridiculousness
Mm,
without a good portion of people forgetting who they are. Like, it wouldn't work. The system wouldn't work without people not knowing who they are.
exactly. And you know what, enough said right there, because that definitely is everything. That line right there is everything. So I'm talking tonight about it never being too late to pursue who you are, never too late to hit that reset button, never too late to do something different. So let's talk about you being a comedian. When did you realize that that's what you wanted to do?
Uh, I think it was something like in the background. Growing up, people always would mention it to me, or say how funny I was, and like they point out my stuff. So I want to say I got a small taste of working with cameras behind the scenes and in front of the camera in high school. We had a like a news program that we would broadcast to the rest of the school, so I got to be a part of that. And from then, just ups and downs, like wanting to learn how to play with cameras and learn how to direct in classes. And I'm in junior college. I'm 21, and yeah, I just turned 21, and I just had this gut, I don't know, spirit calling. I just felt like, I guess every so often, maybe every, you can't force it or rush it, but I guess I'll say every 2 years or so, I feel like impregnating with an idea. It sounds weird, but it's just like I don't know where the idea comes from. I don't know why I got this idea, but over time, I'm like ruminating and thinking, and like the idea keeps popping up. And after a night out with some friends, I run into a guy named Samuel J. Conroy. Later, it was like a contestant on America's Got Talent, but before that, he was running a room at the comedy store in the main room, actually. So this space, I think it's close to 200 people in the main room. So some nice guys, and basically, I told him I've always had the thought of getting up and doing stand up on my bucket list, and something basically was I was kept getting the vision of being on my deathbed and being upset that I hadn't
Mm,
attempted it or done it. So
mm-hmm.
that's the thing that kind of pushed me over. Is that I asked this guy and he said yes, and I had my first show. I'd never done an open mic. I never told a joke like as far as intentionally, other than just being
Well, I like how you said you had visions of being on your deathbed and not pursuing your dream. That's a scary thought because tomorrow is not promised to anybody. So the fact that you had that vision and you said, okay, now it's time to move, we're talking about it never being too late. So for those of you out there, think about that. Since we know that tomorrow, next week, next month, next year is not promised to us, we should have that never too late mindset and start as soon as we're done this podcast. Start tomorrow, start whenever, focusing on it because you never know. So if you have that mindset of, oh, it's too late, I can't do anything, it's a wrap, I'm going to throw in the towel, just think about that. Would you rather be on your deathbed and thinking back when your whole life flashes before your eyes and say, wow, I wish that I did this. I wish that I went ahead and did that. I personally don't want to be in that type of position. So, when it was go time for me, I just went all the way in. And I'm still not done yet. I'm still going to continue to keep pushing through and going forward to the next level. So I'm just saying, wow, thank you so much for, sharing your story with us, that inspirational story. Um, it's amazing. It sounds like you've come from some interesting backgrounds. Was it always easy for you?
Um, no, not at all. Today I was just thinking of a new bit actually. Today I was kind of laughing about, but I was just thinking I need to review the reviewing of the contract when I agreed to come down. I need to just see how that interaction went. I'm like,
Listen. Can I
conditions of my life are reflective.
Can I just say?
Go ahead. What were you saying?
And I don't mean to interrupt, but I had no idea that you have this mindset. The like the stuff that's coming out of your mouth right now is just crazy, but it's real. You just said, can you repeat what you just said, please? You said you had to review the contract before what now?
I said I was just thinking it would be nice to review the review of the contract that I agreed upon before coming down and experiencing this life. Because we all agreed on something to some extent to experience what we experiencing. And everything is in the here and the now. Like you said, everything is one. So I know I have my part in this. So I also think it's funny because I'm like, was all this in the contract?
and that's what I'm talking about.
I'm like, woo, man.
And that's what I
agreed to some of these terms and conditions. Oh man, I was crazy.
Right. And that's what I'm talking about when I say that we forget who we are. As life goes on, try not to forget who you are. I know it happens. It's part of, like you said, it might be an experience. It's just life. It's part of it that we forget who we are. But during this process, it's remembering who you are and getting back with self before the contract is over, basically. So that's what evolution is about for me. I'm evolving, getting to know who I am, making sure that I fulfill all of the things that I need to do within my contract before it's time for me to go on and do, another job. So that's what it's about for me. And I don't know about anybody else out there, but we all, at some point, forgot who we are. And that's why you have to know thyself. And when you know thyself, you're going to start to remember who you are. Step into your purpose so you can fulfill and go through with the plan that has been already laid out for your life. But when you forget who you are and you're just too busy doing something else, too busy following somebody else's dream, too busy chasing over here when you should be focused over there, that's where it becomes a situation. So, like I said, never too late. You might be in that situation, but trust and believe that you can turn the wheel left a little bit, turn it right, whatever direction you need to turn it on to get back on track. But like I said, I had no idea that your mindset was in this direction. Y'all really need to go ahead and follow him, Stephen Marcus Releford. So even though he's going to give you those laughs, he's also giving you this wisdom. He's also being a great teacher, being a great example. You do like to tell people about the healthy eating and all of that stuff, and the stuff that you post. You definitely keep people aligned properly. So continue to keep doing your thing.
Yeah, thank you.
I remember.
Thank you, Larry. I will. No, to answer your question even more so, no, it wasn't easy. Like my mom passed away when I was 12, and my dad came into the picture at like 20. And I was like with my older sister in between then. Grandparents on both sides really didn't know them, so it was interesting. And my sister's like 13 years older than me, so it was kind of like I was the only child in some sense. It was just we didn't really grow up together like that. She was pretty much already grown up and out at school when I started running around. So no, it was. That's why I kind of make that joke and that statement that I'm working on about reviewing the review of the contract, because there's some things that I experienced in my childhood and growing up, and just the loss of my mom at an early age, that definitely set a different type of tone and experience, and that's probably why I do. Not even probably, I know that's exactly why I do what I do. It's like, oh, okay, you have experienced this to maybe talk about things in a certain way that only you can talk about from a particular experience,
Right.
So, yeah. So, no, I mean, but I also, as I joke about the review of the review, I also know there's no way me knowing me don't have a proper. There's a clause somewhere in this contract that allows me to do what you were saying at the beginning of the show. The reason why you're doing what you're doing, to be in the fulfillment of the person you see yourself as being. So I know I've put somewhere in this clause that I'm going to be able to operate at my full capacity somehow, some way, do whatever it means, long as I'm doing X, Y, Z. So I'm looking to figure out what is this X, Y, Z on my path that I need to protect myself and to listen more clearly, to understand this purpose that I want.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Marcus Releford. I had no idea that it would be so deep and so serious. Did you come on the show tonight to be serious, or did you come on here to make us laugh? And there's no right or wrong answer there.
My comedy has been shifting in that direction.
Because
I feel like I'm gonna make you laugh for sure, but we're gonna get to the truth first.
Because I feel like people who that's what they do, they're a comedian, and then they get on a different platform. They're like, listen, I make people laugh all day. I don't have time for this right now. I want to do something different, So I didn't know if that's the mindset that you were in, because I get it. I understand.
No, yeah, yeah, I was just thinking this was an interview, so I was just like, let it take it on. But yeah, to answer your question a bit more, so on stage, yeah, my comedy is shifting completely, and I'm enjoying it. I'm letting it. That's it.
Well, we have something which I'm sure you're going to bring your comedic side to this, which is burning questions. This is a segment of the show where I basically flip it and I ask a very random question. And anybody out there who's listening, you can text me at 609-738-0611 and respond. Give me some feedback as far as the show, or if you just want to go ahead and chop it up in general, that's 609-738-0611. But before we do that, we have France in the building. Moraz Beats, what's going on? Thank you so much for checking me out all the way from France. I saw recording artist Lolly Mariah out there. She's from California as well. We had a bunch of people in tonight. People that I can't even see anyway. I'll probably see it after we get off here, and that's okay too. But I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's been checking us out, listening to us. We have comedian Stephen Marcus Releford, all the way from Los Angeles, California. Cali is one of my second homes, so I love hanging out with y'all out there. And right now, we getting ready to get into burning questions. And this is going to be a little deep, I think, but I'm sure um, Relaford is going to go ahead and put his little spin on it. So, burning questions for tonight is: should it be law to require every police officer to archive video footage of everything that they do while both on and off duty? So, I'll go ahead and repeat this again. Should it be law to require every police officer to archive video footage of everything that they do while both on and off duty? So I'll break it down before I go ahead and reach out to Steven, which means that, listen, I don't care what it is. If you want to be a police officer in this day and age, after all of the stuff that we've been through, what's going on, D Live? Thank you so much for checking me out. After all that we've been through, you're going to have to wear a camera. And that's going to require both on and off duty, because we know that some of these off duty officers are capable of doing some down and dirty things too. So go ahead, Stephen. What do you think about this?
I don't think there's gonna be any police.
You don't think nobody's signing up for that?
Man, I don't know. Ain't nobody gonna snitch on themselves.
But do you think that that would like stop a lot of nonsense if you have to just basically be monitored?
Oh, it would. It would. It would definitely. It would stop a lot of nonsense. You will also have a lot of people saying, "Oh, my camera stopped working." You know how your camera stopped working every time you in an argument.
That's crazy.
It seems like your camera stopped working every time there's conflict around your camera. Anytime your cameras catch a conflict, it stopped working for some reason. So I think we would definitely it would help curb behavior, because people know that they're being surveilled the whole time. But and then in that case, I mean, people should not worry about, but people should also look at more constructive ways to police themselves. So we don't have to get the police involved in our disagreements.
I love that. One of my old bosses used to talk like that. Police yourself. If you police yourself, then you ain't got to worry about somebody saying or doing anything to you. If you police yourself and you conduct yourself in a proper manner, then you ain't got to worry about anything that you have going on, anything that you accumulated, anything that you have built as far as wealth and everything else. You don't have to worry about it being compromised because you're policing yourself.
That is true. So with policing yourself, I think there has to be and an extreme careful look at problem solving, paying attention to all the details of problem solving, because that's going to be the way to facilitate the policing, right? Like, you can only have healthy people policing themselves if they know
that's true.
how to facilitate problem solving, in healthy ways where they don't end up in conflict. We're able to resolve the conflict instead of creating more. That's going to be the key. Mm-hmm. How do you solve problems without creating more problems?
Mm-hmm. That is so true. Hey Ron, what's going on? How are you? Drop it in the comments. Let me know where you are calling from. All right, so now we are up against the clock, but I know I requested you for what your craft is and what you do. So you got one good joke for us tonight before we get out of here?
One good joke.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I've been talking about all this, looking to be encouraging and empowering, and the joke that I have on my mind is a complete opposite of that. So I'm looking to tell a more constructive joke. I don't want to tell that joke because I'm like, no, I don't know if that's for the moment. But
well, whatever you got.
You ever find yourself?
Do I have a what?
Arguing with someone.
Do
you ever find yourself arguing with? You hear me?
Yeah. Do I ever find myself arguing with someone?
Yeah, with someone who they're just not. You're not getting due to them at all. It's kind of like talking to a brick wall, and then you realize this person's adrenal glands are shut down.
Who talks like that? Who talks like that?
You look silly doing that, because this person, their fight or flight is all discombobulated. They're not even in the right space to be making correct judgment emotionally. So you're the one that looks really crazy.
Sound like my last.
Far can't nobody tell the difference.
Sound like my last couple relationships, but go ahead, continue.
Oh, here's a silly one. Well, in the Bible, they say Jesus was the color of olives.
Mm-hmm.
And olives come in two colors.
Mm-hmm.
So either Jesus was black or Jesus was green. But white people so wild, they'd be like, you know what? Jesus was green. Matter of fact, okay, he was light green. Okay.
Oh my goodness. We have comedian Stephen Marcus Releford. Where are you going to be at next? When's your next show? What's going on, Birdman?
This Friday I have a show. At the Hollywood Comedy. If you're Los Angeles, please come down. Say you heard me on the show. I get you in. I put you on my guest list. Don't you worry about me.
Well, I'm at
the Hollywood Comedy.
When I'm in LA next time, I'm gonna hit you up because I need some free tickets to get on in to the next show. I was gonna come out.
Oh, easy.
I was coming out in October. I was gonna open up.
Right.
For Jason T. Davis, but that fell through. But trust and believe that I'll be coming out there shortly, so I'll probably see you in the future. But when I'm not working and I'm just out there, I definitely will be hitting you up to get those tickets to, get in there. One more joke before we get out. One more.
Yeah, well, London, I have okay. I feel like people who have missing teeth, the other teeth are talking to each other, and one teeth said to the other, "Hey, Fred, truth be told, I'm missing them teeth."
That is so funny because I heard something this week. They were speaking about somebody and they were like, yeah, this dude has summer teeth. I was like, what the hell is summer teeth? Some are here, some are there. Oh my goodness, I lost it when I heard that. So that's funny that you brought that up about the teeth, but summer teeth. So you need to incorporate that. Now this is no winter, spring, summer. No,
That's
these
funny.
these are summer teeth. All right. So any last thing you want to go ahead and give us before we go ahead and get out of here tonight? Thank you so much for coming in and joining. It's always been a pleasure.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you for having me, Larry. I appreciate it. And if you want to check out more of my stuff, I have on my Instagram. You can send me a DM. I just put out a mixtape called Hunting Season, and I'll be putting out the B side of that called Mating Season in February. So check me out, follow me, I'll follow you back. And like I said, thank you for having me out. I'm looking forward to catching you guys at a show.
Absolutely. And listen, that evolution is for real. Yo, this dude is the truth. Like, don't sleep on him and watch this replay. Listen to the stuff that he says. Check him out on his Instagram. Look at the stuff that he posts. Listen, this guy is the truth. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Likewise, thank you.
All right. Take care. See you. All right. There you have it. That was comedian Stephen Marcus Releford. So I had no idea that it was really going to take the turn that it did. Again, like I said, this is Dis 3 Evolution. This is about, stepping into your purpose, stepping into, who you're destined to be. And if you don't know who you're destined to be, digging deep, knocking down any type of doors you can until you figure it out. So to listen to Steven speak the way he spoke, aligning on some of the same themes that I'm aligned with, it just really resonated and made sense to me, at least. I don't know anybody out there if you felt it, let me know, give me some feedback. But definitely did enjoy speaking to him. We have Heron out there, Heron the Don. I see author Birdman, which is coming on Reading Between the Wines soon. So yeah, we definitely had some people show up tonight. We had Moraz Beach from France. Ashley out there. I want to say what's up, David. What's going on? And we had someone from D Live show up. Thank you so much. And I'm sure there's more other people out there that I can't see at this moment. So I definitely will holler at y'all once the show is done. Thank you so much. Now, if you enjoyed the conversation that you heard tonight and you want to continue this type of situation that we have going on, you can have the opportunities to speak to me on a one-on-one basis by going to LarenGaines.com, and you can sign up for the coaching sessions. So the coaching sessions is one-on-one private conversations, no cameras, nothing is being recorded. It's just one-on-one conversations with me and you discussing the types of things that you'd like to discuss, whatever goals you have, whatever themes that you want to talk about, whatever topics that you want to talk about. Head on over to LarenGaines.com and sign up for the coaching sessions, and we can go ahead and get you scheduled up right away. I'm currently booking up for January, currently right now. After Dis 3 Evolution is done, I'm going right into the coaching session. So go ahead and sign up for that ASAP. Hold your spot. What's going on, Joyful Connections Life Coaching? How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining out there. Also, If you like to vacation, if you like to adventure, if you like to travel, maybe you want to go ahead and vacation and travel with me, text me at 609-738-0611. You can also DM me on all my social media platforms. If there's any place that you'd like to travel to, hit me up and let me know. I can offer you some discounts. I can also set up your vacation itinerary for you as well. And you can also vacation at a home away from home. See, when I go on vacation, I like to basically vacation and be in a situation, be in an atmosphere that is like a home away from home. So I have a condominium lifestyle living. So if you want to live in a condominium while you're on vacation, you can go ahead and DM me, text me 609-730-0611. And most of my units have washers, dryers, full kitchens, dining rooms, multiple bathrooms, decks, patios, jacuzzis, hot tubs, garden tubs, showers. So again, text me at 609-738-0611. We cover the entire country, and I also have some international travel as well. So text me and let me know where you like to vacation to, and then we can start the conversation and take it from there. Now I have so many different things going on between the 4-1 podcast, reading between the wines, the coaching sessions, vacation with me, so many different things going on. If you'd like to get all of this information, travel dates, if you like to get the different bottle of wines that I sample, if you like to get reviews on the different places that I travel to, if you want to get clips from the show of the 4-1 podcast of reading between the wines, all of that stuff. All you need to do is head on over to LarenGaines.com and sign up for my new newsletter that is coming out next month. The first issue is coming out next month in January. It's called Whispers of Wisdom. All of the things that I just named, you're going to get small little bits and pieces and clips delivered to your email just once a month. One dope, nice, informative, inspirational email sent to you once a month. Head on over to LarenGaines.com and sign up for my new newsletter, Whispers of Wisdom, which will be releasing next month. We have Celebration Florida coming up. So check me out tomorrow, broadcasting live from Celebration Florida. We have author Liz Bullard coming in. We're doing Reading Between the Wines tomorrow, again, live from Celebration Florida. We have David Wayne Fox coming in on Saturday. We have Ian West coming in on Sunday. So great lineup, broadcasting live from Celebration Florida the next couple days. Yes, we finally made it through this week. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who is joining. Again, check me out. We're going to have some fun the next couple days. Stick around. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, tag your friends. Again, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll see you real soon. Everyone else, good night. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. Good night, y'all.